So, okay, thanks for joining me again, guys. So I can see one or two more just joining in now, so we'll get started because we're pretty much on time now. So we'll get started with the usual warm-up, please. So make sure you've got a little bit of space. We're just going to stand on one leg and we're just going to do the leg swings on one leg. We're just going to go 10 on one side. Start nice and gentle and then gradually increase the range of the leg swing as you move through the 10. Try and keep your body upright if you can. Keep your head upright. So I know I'm looking down, but I'm trying to keep an eye on the camera as well. So it's 10 swings on one leg. When you've done those, swap over and obviously 10 on the opposite leg. Just nice full swings as you get going and get warmed up. That's great. Pop your cameras on. That's good. If you've got something to lean against, that does help a little bit. And when you've done the side, front and back will go side to side. So again, just increase the range of movement as you work through the 10 on the first leg that you're using. And then when you've done that, we'll swap over and do 10 on the other. So we should have done 40 altogether. Hi Rachel. So I think we've just about got everybody on now that was, oh no, there's the last one. That's it now, I think. That's everybody I was expecting. I've got a full screen now, which is always good. Okay, so we've done the leg swings. If anybody's just joined a little bit late, we've just gone through the usual leg swing warm-up, so please do a few of those for yourself. Next one will be the opening the gate, so we come up, tap down, bring forward, tap down, opposite leg, up, tap down, bring it back round, tap down, and then back over. So it's 5 on each side, 10 altogether, please. Nice big rangings, open the gate, nice and wide. Hip rotation going. Try and keep your body facing forward rather than twisting your torso around. So just use your hips to move, your glutes will just do a little bit of work as well. I think that's most people through there. Okay, we'll then go against the wall, we'll do some ankle flexors, so we're just going to lean 45 degrees. We're just going to almost run on the spot, but we're just bringing our heels up off the ground, up on our toes. If you haven't got a wall to lean against, you can do it on the floor. You're just really working through the ankle movement, so it's 10 on each side, 20 altogether, just alternating obviously. Try and get yourself a nice 45 degrees angle against that wall. Yeah, don't lean on something that's going to fall over. That's not going to look good on insurance. Okay, next one will be the ankle sweeps, what am I talking about? Hamstring sweeps. So we're just going nice and low to the ground. Try and keep your body upright if you can and your head up. So we just do 5 on each side, as low as you're able to go without overstretching and hurting anything at this stage. Don't forget, we're just doing these gently to warm up. So these are dynamic warm-ups because they're moving, and an active one rather than standing still, which is a static stretch. So it's just 5 on each side, 10 altogether. Nice and slow, no rush. We are just trying to get warmed up a little bit. Okay, when we've done those, we're on the ground. Knees will be beyond shoulder width apart. Hands behind you supporting your body weight. And we're just going to drop our knee down to the ground towards our heel. And then we're just going to rotate through to the other side. And we'll do 5 on each side. Nice and slow, don't have to rush them. Make sure your feet are wide enough apart so that when your knee comes down it's towards your ankle and not over your ankle. and it's just 5 on each side. Okie dokie. Right, we've got the one last, oh no, we haven't got two actually. So it's the lunge rotation. If you remember, we're a lunge position. So in my case, I've got my left leg out, I've got my knee at 90 degrees, and I've got my right hand on the ground. So that's the position from the side. From the front, it looks like this. And then we're going to bring our, in my case, left leg, left elbow, slide that down the inside of my shin, up and rotate round 5 times. Nice and slow. Again, get a full range of movement as you possibly can. Let's have a look how we're getting on with those. So slide that elbow down the inside of that shin. Use your hand to support your body weight on the opposite side to where the leg is, facing forward. And then rotate as fully round as you can. Again, no need to rush, just keep them nice and slow, and really you'll feel an awful lot of different muscle groups being used here. So it's a pretty good stretch to get things going, and again, with you moving through it, it's a dynamic stretch just to get you warmed up. So it's 5 on one side, then swap over and do 5 on the other. Okay, just a couple of finishing there. So we just got one more stretch while people are finishing. So we're in a sumo position this time. So legs again further apart than shoulders, hands clasped together, which will come down between your knee and get yourself into a nice low sumo squat. And then we're just going to rock from side to side very gently, 5 on each side, so 10 altogether, just nice little rocks from side to side. Again, you don't need to go too far. You'll feel the stretch. Get your feet on the ground. You'll feel that stretch. So again, use your elbows as a guide of where your position should be, and just sort of push your knees out a little bit and rock from side to side. Okay, that's the warm-up done, guys. Thank you for that. We're now going to go through 3 sets tonight, 3 sets of exercises. There are 4 exercises in each set, and we're going to go through them twice. So the first one, which is the one I introduced last week, which I know 1 or 2 people fed back saying that they found it a little bit more challenging than others. So we've got our chair, our box or stool or whatever it is we've got. Make sure it's stable. We're going to sit down on that chair, and we're going to do a one-legged sit to stand. So that will look like arms out, we come up, holding our balance, and we come down in controlled manner. So remember to put your weight through your heel as you drive yourself up, and then gradually lower yourself down as much as you can. Okay, if you don't have a chair or anything that's suitable, you can do a one-legged squat with that, which is just something similar as if you're doing a squat. You can just do that, particularly if you're finding that too difficult. If you were joining us last week, just do 4 of these, sorry, you should be doing 4 on each side. If you joined us last week, you found them reasonably comfortable, then have a go at doing 5 this week. But try not to when you lower yourself, try not to just thump down. Try and control the descent. Okay, so you should be doing this nice and slowly. Okay, I know it's a bit difficult if you're on the soft bit of furniture because you sort of sink into it, so you're giving yourself a bit more of a challenge. So maybe when we're doing the second round of this, perhaps get a cushion or something else to give you that little bit more height. Otherwise you might find it's even more challenging than I intended it to be. Okay, so that's 4 on one leg, 4 on the other. I'm just going to move my chair out of the way for a minute. The next one will be one that you're familiar with, which is the dead bug. Again, we're going to be working on the core with this one. So if you remember, dead bug, knees up in the air, 90 degrees angle, both arms up in the air, and then we go opposite arm, opposite foot out, keeping your one arm stationary, up in the air, one leg stationary. We come over and we go, no we don't, we do that. I lost the rhythm, but so opposite leg, opposite arm. We're going to go for 30 seconds and away you go. Keep it nice and controlled, please. Okay, no need to do it fast. In fact, the slower you do it, the more control you have in it, the better the exercise is going to be, rather than just flying through it and not really working those muscles. So keep it nice and slow. Try and remember to keep one arm up in the air at all times. So again, a little bit of coordination going on. You've got to think about it a little bit. It's easy just to sort of have both arms going in opposite directions. Okay, great, hold it there guys. Back to our chair again, or our soft furniture, whatever we've got. This time, again, we did this one last week. We're just going to progress this one. So, one foot on the chair, heel on the chair, one foot up in the air. And we're just going to bridge up and down, bridge up. And again, if you want to make that a little bit more difficult, you can put your arms across your chest. Come up, hold for a split second, and down. But drive your weight through your heel, and we are doing, how many of those are we doing? 5 on each leg, please. So off you go. Again, keep it nice and controlled. Keep your leg, the leg that's not on the chair needs to be up in the air, as straight as you can hold it. So that's a little bit of weight resistance that you're using. Again, engage that core muscle as you're coming up, just to protect your back a little bit. Make sure you're squeezing your glutes. So it's 5 on one leg and then 5 on the other. So really remember to concentrate on keeping that core muscle sucked in, your tummy button pulled in towards your spine. And then engage that glute muscle as you drive in. So you're going to feel that a little bit in the hamstrings, you're going to feel it in the glutes, you're going to feel it in the core. Okay, so whilst you're just finishing that, I'll show you the next one. Again, we did this one last week. I'm down on the ground, I'm just laying nice and flat, and then I'm putting one arm up in above my head, and then I'm just going to do a half bicycle up towards my toe. I'm going to do 5 on one side and then 5 on the other. So again, keep that core muscle tucked in. You're just going to go for 5, please, in your own time. Both legs should be stretched out to start with. So really try and bring yourself up. So bringing, that's it, yep. So straight leg, straight as you can get it. And you're sort of reaching out towards your toes. So this sort of action. You should be getting your shoulders off the ground. So shoulders and head heading up towards your toes. Doesn't take a genius to work out which muscle's being worked here. As always, with anything like this, make sure you engage that core muscle, okay? Because that's going to help protect your back as you're doing those exercises. Right, you lucky folks, that's round 1 of set 1. So we're now back to the same set repeated. So chair, please. And we're back to sit to stand. So one leg out, one leg 90 degrees on the floor, weight through your heel, push yourself up, and don't try and do it to the camera and fall over like I just did. So we just, I've lost it altogether now. Pushing up and control the descent down and up, and don't just plonk down, just try and control it. So it's 4 or 5 depending on your level of comfort with that on each leg. Again, I can see you're all doing what I was doing to a degree. wobbling about a little bit. It's a great exercise this for strength, but also creating some stability, which is another crucial factor when we're looking at sport and whatever sports it is that we're engaged in. Most of you on here are runners, I think, or runners and cyclists anyway. Okay, so it's 5 on one side, or 4 or 5 on one side, and then on the other side as well. And then we're back on the ground, please, for the dead bugs. So again, we'll go for 30 seconds, which I'll set you off in a tick. But just remember, up in the air, one arm stays up at all times, and we just alternate through. 30 seconds, away you go. Again, try and keep 90 degrees angles for the leg that's staying up. Point the other arm to the ceiling that's not moving. So just think about the coordination aspect of it as well. Yeah, nice and controlled. Good, well done. Looking good. And rest there, thank you. And we are now on to single leg bridge again, so you'll need your chair. One leg on the chair, other leg up in the air, hands across chest or on the side, whichever way you are comfortable with doing, and just pushing up, hold the bridge for a second, and then down, up and down. Keep that core muscle engaged, please. And again, it's 5 on each leg. In your own time, off you go. So engage your core muscles, driving your heels into the ground and using your glutes. Engage those glutes to get your body lifted up. And of course your leg that's stationary and up in the air is acting as a bit of your own body weight resistance there. So any of you that are suffering with glute weaknesses, would like to strengthen it, or these sort of bridge exercises are really good for that. Really good for working that, and at the same time you can engage your core and work with that as well. And yes. Then we are back to our bicycle crunch. So it's down on the ground, and we just put one arm up to opposite leg. 5 times on each side, please. In your own time. So let's make sure we engage the core. I keep saying that. And we should be having our shoulders coming up off the ground. So we should be trying to reach towards the toes, not just relying on the toes coming up towards our heads. So really working that core muscle. Good. Looks like most of you are managing that okay. So it's just opposite arm to opposite leg, 5 on each side. Good, good, good. That is the end of set 1. So we're now on to set 2. I'm just going to move my chair away. So again, I'm going to work on some calf raises. So just leaning against the wall, hold on to the wall just for stability. And we're just going to straight leg raise up, and we're just going to do 10 straight legged calf raises. Nice, methodical, slow calf raise up, calf raise down. You're going to do 10 on one leg, then change over and do 10 on the other, please. So in your own time, you're going to keep your body nice and straight. And firing up from that big toe. Try not to rock to the sides. Bless you. Up and down. Bless you. Okay, so it's, what did I say, 10, didn't I? 10 on each leg, please. Okay, good stuff. So again, I know 1 or 2 people have got, like myself, with calf injury problems and people with sore shins and things, and again, working on the calf muscles, working on the glutes, going to help with that. So regular repetition of these exercises is really good. Okay, when we've done that, we will be on the ground next with our weight, whatever weight you've got. Doesn't have to be a monster weight. In fact, probably best if it's not. I've got, what's this, 5 kilograms I think, which is anything between 2 and 5 is fine. Unless you're Liam, then it's probably a 20-pound weight or something. So it's just a Russian twist now, please. So that's from one side to the other. If you can keep your feet off the ground, great. If you can't, to start with, just do it with your feet on the ground. But again, don't just send the weight like this. You go with the weight, with your rotation of your torso. Again, if you can keep your feet off the ground, that just increases the intensity. We will be going for 30 seconds. Ready, go. So make sure we get that body rotation. Don't just sling the weight from side to side. Body rotates round from the hips. If you can keep your feet off the ground, great, providing you've got them under some sort of control. If you have your knees bent, excuse me, if you have your knees bent, that will help you a little bit, rather than trying to have them out straight. Sorry, I think I've swallowed a frog there. Okay, hold it there. Where have I gone? Oh yes, my favourite. No, it's not, second favourite. Rubber, your resistance band now, please. We're going to be doing some crab walks, but rather than the band around your knee, I want you to put it around your ankle this time. Okay, so this is another progression on from, if it's too much for you, then by all means bring it up to your knee. But all I want you to do here is to start with, we're in a sort of sumo position, so nice low squat, or as low as you can go. And we're going to have tension in the band, and then we're going to take a little step. But always I want tension in the band. Okay, we take as many steps to one side as you've got room for, and then go back the other way, but keep that squat position. We're going for 30 seconds, so away you go. Keep that squat position in place. Concentrate looking up, keeping your back straight. Try not to look down at your feet. I promise you'll still be there at the end of the exercise. So keep that tension in your band. Keep it as controlled as you can. Try not to let the band snap your feet back together. So you keep it under control. And rest there. Well done, guys. We are now on an exercise we did last week, which in the plank position, please. So elbows under shoulders, all your weight on your elbows, nice straight plank. We're just going to do 5 leg raises on each side, alternating. Nice, slow, controlled, straight leg. We're just going to do that in our own time. 5 on each leg, please. So try and concentrate again on keeping that core muscle engaged. I want your legs out nice and straight. You'll feel this in your glute. I want you lifting from your hip, not from your knees. Okay, so we're lifting from the hips, using the glute muscle to control the up and down. Really nice and slow, because that's where you'll get the most benefit. If you're thinking about it, you're getting one leg off the ground, holding it for a split second and lowering it rather than just straight up and down. Okay, that is set 2 through once. So we're back to calf raises, please. So leaning against or holding onto your wall. Again, don't put weight on it, just use it to stop you falling over. And 10 calf raises, straight legged, please, on each side. Nice. High as you can get off the ground. Nice and controlled. Just working that calf muscle. So 10 on one side, and then when you've done that, swap over and do 10 on the other. I did read somewhere that said that you should, every runner should be able to do 3 sets of 30 calf races without feeling fatigued. I've not managed it, so for sure. So I'm not suggesting we try that tonight, by the way. Okay, when we've done those, we're down on the ground for Russian twist, please. So again, get your weight. We're going to go for 30 seconds. All I want you to do, and remember, rotating the body, trying to keep your legs still, knees together. And it's 30 seconds, and away you go. That's it, keep those. Try and keep the feet together, your knees together. And just concentrate on holding your core muscle in again. And twisting from side to side, rotating the upper body. Rotating, working these different core muscles. Hold it there, guys, please. Okie dokie, you need your band again. Around your ankles. Or if it's a bit too much around your ankles, then go, by all means, put it around your knees. It's just slightly easier around your knees, a little bit easier to control. But again, we want to adopt that nice squat position. We're going to go for 30 seconds, keep that tension in the band, and away you go. So again, really nice and slow, back straight, heads up. So we don't need to look at the ground, try and look at me at the camera or anything else that's slightly more pretty to look at, but keep your head up and control that walk. Nice squat position. Just little steps. Again, don't let your feet get pulled together by the band, and hold it there, please. And then final one, we're back down on the ground for the plank. Final one in this set, that is. Down on the floor, head's nice and relaxed, up, feet, leg really stretched, extended out, and down, and then same on the opposite leg. 5 on each side in your own time, please. Again, let's not have these bums up in the air. Let's have a nice straight plank. So your shoulders, your hips, and your heels should be in a nice straight line. No humpback bridge in the middle, please. So they're all looking pretty good. And 1 or 2 are ducked under the radar with those, so I can't quite see you, but I'm assuming by the fact they're under the radar they must be nice and flat, otherwise I'd see some bums. So they're pretty good. Okay, that was set 2, which we've done twice. We're now on to set 3. Everybody's favourite knot. We're going to be against the wall, 90 degrees, flat back against the wall, please, head against the wall. We're going to hold that squat position with knees about shoulder width apart, feet facing forward, 30 seconds, twice, okay? So we're all ready for that. Can't quite see. I can see a few dog invasions going on cats and all sorts of things, but right, so 30 seconds starting now. So just hold that position. Just concentrate, make sure your back, your bum's up against the wall, your back's against the wall, your head's against the wall, and you're holding that squat position for 30 seconds. I know I'm being generous with 30 seconds. I can hear 60 being asked. Okay, rest there, guys, up on your feet. Just shake your legs for a second because you're going to be doing it straight again for another 30 seconds in 5, 4, 3. So get yourselves back into position, please. 1 and go. Holding it again for another 30 seconds, please. So again, just concentrate, think about something nice, take the pain away from the quads if you're feeling it in your quads, and hold it there. Great stuff, well done. Oh, now this is my favourite exercise, so band back please. You're going to be on the ground, band will be around your knees, and we're just going to go for a nice straightforward cleanse. So on our sides, heels together, knees together, hip here, hip, ankles, hip, shoulders in a nice straight line, and we just bring our knees up. We don't allow our hip to roll backwards, okay? I've got my hand on my hip here to make sure that I'm controlling that. So I'm controlling the band up, I'm controlling the band down. Okay, so don't just come up and then let it flat down. And again, use your hand here to make sure you're not allowing yourself to rock forwards or backwards. And we're going to go 30 seconds on each leg. So away you go. Again, nice and controlled, doesn't have to be quick. If you find them too easy, you might need to perhaps think about a stronger resistance band, maybe move from light to medium or medium to heavy, or wherever your starting point is. Maybe just advance it up if you find it a little bit too easy. Although if you do them properly, just your leg weight alone should be enough to make them work. Okay, swap over to the other side please, flip yourselves over. And get ready to go again. And 3, 2, 1, go. Again, nice and controlled, please. Let's not let those hips rock back. So as you bring your knee up, I want your hips to stay in that 90 degrees position to the floor, not rolled back and not rolled forwards. Okay, so all this should be coming from your glutes. Glutes should be doing the work, not your hip pulling you backwards or up, as the case would be. Okay, great, stop there, thank you. We are now on, oh yes, one we haven't done for a little while. It's just going to be some nice forward lunges. So from the front, that looks like this. So it's sort of a running position with your arms. Again, try and keep as stable as possible. From the side, looks like this. The idea here is when you're in this position, your body should be nice and upright, and it's not going forward, upright, and then we're dropping as we lunge forward. Okay, so that's the idea, but you're doing it in a whole forward motion. We're just going to do 30 seconds worth actually. So get ready, 3, 2, 1, go. So again, make sure your knees aren't going over your toes. So have a look, glance down to see where your toes are. Your knees shouldn't be going forward and over. You should be finishing up in this position, and in effect your body should be then dropping down almost in a vertical position. So again, concentrate on making sure those knees don't go over your toes. And hold it there, that's 30 seconds. Okay, and the final exercise for this set is another calf raise, but this time I want your calf raise with a bent knee. So I'll show you from this angle. So your knee should be bent a little bit, sort of, I don't know what angle that is, 45 degrees or whatever, and then we're just lifting from the toes, but keeping that bend in our knees rather than the straight one we did earlier. We've got it with a bent knee. Again, just lifting on one-legged. We're going to do 10 on one side, swap over, 10 on the other. That's a soleus calf muscle exercise. Okay, so that's the deep muscle underneath the outer calf muscle, which often gets forgotten about. So we do 10 on each side then, please. So in your own time, off you go. Again, make sure you keep that knee bent. Use a wall to just help you balance if need be. We're just pushing up, keeping that bend in the knee. And that's just working that deep soleus calf muscle. So it's 10 on one side, 10 on the other. So again, as I said, one or two of us, including myself, struggling with calves and maybe some shin soreness. I know there's one or two of you with that. So again, routinely doing a few of these exercises per day, or at least every other day, probably better actually. We're doing a bent knee calf stretch and a straight knee calf stretch. Okay, so I think you've all done that. So we are back to wall squats, please. So buns against the wall, backs against the wall, 90 degrees angle, 30 seconds hold, and we're ready to go. 3, 2, 1, go. Did I just see somebody sit on a chair then? No, it's just an optical illusion. I just thought somebody went and sat on a chair then. That'd have been funny. How to get away with it. I'd have been clever, but I think I might have caught you out. Okay. Well then, just keep that hold, please. Another 10 seconds. Again, try and keep your legs at 90 degrees. And hold there. And stand up. Just shake your legs off. Well, not literally, hopefully. And get ready to go again in a few seconds, please. So, going in 3, 2, 1, and go. Back into that position, please. Holding it nice and firm. Knees just about shoulder width apart. A little bit less if you're more comfortable. Try not to go too wide on this one. And we're just holding that position. Last few seconds. And rest. Great, well done. Excellent. Onto the floor then, please, with your resistance band. Back to the clams, please. So whichever side you want to start on, it doesn't matter. I'm not right-sided favoritism or left-sided favoritism. So we get ready for 30 seconds, and you're all about ready, I think. And 3, 2, 1, go. Again, remember, let's not see those hips going back. Let's have them nice and straight. So all the work is coming from those glute muscles. Let's get these super strong glute muscles over the winter period. This is what we're going to aim for. We're going to have mega strong glutes, mega strong core muscles. We're going to look like front row of Tesco's beer thing with all those six packs. Okay, 30 seconds is up. Flop over to the other side. And get ready to go again. And away we go. Great, so nice and controlled. Keep your ankles, bum and shoulders in a nice straight line. And all that should be working here is this glute muscle, or whichever side of the leg you're using at this moment in time. Okay, anything else shouldn't be getting engaged. Okay, hold it there. Good, excellent, well done, thank you for that. And we're back to forward lunges, please, for which we are, another timed one. So again, if you remember, let's try not to get this knee going over and beyond the toes, please. So I want this nice angle. And we're going for 30 seconds, so away you go. Off you go then, guys. Good, excellent, yeah, that's good. Yeah, liking those. Yeah, Richard, just watch your knee, mate. Just maybe not step quite as far forward, or maybe try stepping out a little bit further, actually, Richard, with your lead leg. That's better, better, yeah. Try not to let that knee go right over your toes. Okay, hold it there, please. And we are back to the soleus stretch, please. So bent leg, 10 raises on one side, 10 on the other. So again, keep that bent knee position throughout the whole of the exercise. Nice. Controlled up, controlled down, control up, control down. I'm just going to do 10 of those on one leg and then 10 on the other, please. Okay, great. Well, just whilst you're finishing off, that is the 3 sets done twice. Again, I do fully recommend, as I say, on all of these sessions that we do, try and get them done at least one more time in the week if you can, or as many of them as you can remember. If you can't remember them and you're struggling, by all means get in touch with me. I can send you the details of what we've done today. So we're going on for just some light stretching to finish with. So we'll just do a nice calf stretch to start with, please. 20 seconds. I'm just get a timer. So away we go. Just on one leg, nice straight leg behind, bent knee at the front, and just feel that in the calf. We're just going to stretch that for 20 seconds. I'll probably do it a little bit longer, for 30 seconds normally, but we're a little bit pushed for time. So again, afterwards you might want to do these, go through them again. And swap over to the other leg, please. And then hold that one for another 20 seconds. And great, okay, hold it there, please. We're down on the ground now, please, if you can. Pretty sure you can, because you've all got a floor. We're nice and flat on the ground, and we're just going to bring our knee up to our chest, and we're just going to bring that as far up towards our chest as we can. We're going to hold that one for 20 seconds. So keeping one leg nice and straight, and then bring the other knee into your chest. And then as you feel that that's getting comfortable, you can just try and pull it a little bit further towards your chest and extend the stretch a little bit more. Again, with all stretching, don't overdo it. If you feel it getting painful or tight, too tight, then just hold back a little bit. Okay, hold it there and swap over to the other leg, please. And then do the same again for 20 seconds. All we're doing is just nice straight leg out on the floor, bent knee towards our chest, head relaxed on the floor. Apart from me trying to watch the timer. And hold it there. Next one will be a hamstring stretch, so let one leg flat on the ground, the other one up in the air, and you're just pulling that knee towards your head. And we're just going to hold that one for 20 seconds, please, on one side. Again, to extend the stretch, you can just bring your toes towards your head, and again just bringing your knee again further towards your head as well. You try and extend that stretch and hold it, but again, don't go beyond where you don't want to get too painful or discomfort. Okay, hold it there, swap legs. And the same again on the other side, please. And hold it there. And then final ones, we'll just do up on your feet, please. We'll do a quad stretch. Again, try and keep knees together, body straight line, and just hold it. You can hold onto a wall just to make sure you don't fall over. Hold that for 20 seconds, please. Nice. Again, if you want to increase the range of the stretch, you can just push your hips out a little bit forward. But again, concentrate on keeping your knees together in a straight line, and then keeping your body nice and tall. And then swap over, do the same on the other leg, please. And just holding that stretch. Just stretching those quads that we've been doing a little bit of work on today. And hold it there. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much indeed for that. Thank you for joining me. Hope you got on okay with that. Please do it again if you can, again this week sometime. We are, like I say, we are really going to get over this winter period. We're going to get pretty strong at this stuff. So that's my aim, to get you that's a gluten-free, glute and core strong. That's what we're going to get. Okay, good to see you all. Thank you very much for joining me, and have a good evening.
Thank you.
All right, take care.
Bye.
Bye now.